And I ain't hit no drop in a minute. No, I'm about my business.
Rappers Got Podcast, episode 13. This is your host, Diggy Metro, and we are live in Mellow Wave Studios. I'm here with...
Oh, shit. Me. Is it me? I fuck up every intro I ever
I'm
do
here
on
with
podcast, yeah.
the director,
I wasn't
Viso.
sure if we were going left. Whatever.
And Bailz Pagliacci, co-host.
All right. Viso is a director. I'm not going to call him a videographer because he's been doing more than that, and I think that he deserves that title.
I was going to mess up.
For the amount of... Nah, I hear you.
It's common.
I think
it's a common
think it's that, like, I don't know, man. I feel like even with engineers, like, you want a certain title.
Mm-hmm.
Like, call me a mixing engineer, call me a mixer, but like don't refer to me as like the sound guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just weird shit that people be doing.
It's like...
So I comprehend it.
Dude, so me and my boys, I have a giant group chat with a bunch of other directors and creatives. And we have the conversation all the time. Like, obviously, not everyone knows the terms.
Right.
So you'll get a whole bunch of people, yo, check out my cameraman. Check out my videographer.
Right, shit like that. Like, yo, the sound guy. And you're like, what the fuck did you think this was? Like, you thought that I was the sound guy, right? So he's, like, people will be like, oh, the cameraman. And you're like, that really, like, diminishes the title itself because I'm doing way more than that.
Just the
you know what I'm
cameraman.
saying? I'm not just holding the camera, bro. I'm editing the shit. I'm literally making you look like a star.
That's facts.
That's my job. I'm making you sound like a star. So, like, notching it down to you're the sound guy or you're the cameraman is like, come on, bro.
Like a slap in the face. Like calling like
Yeah,
a
a little
doctor
bit.
by his first
It's
name.
it's also some ego shit.
It is,
You know what
it
I
is.
mean? It's some ego shit at the end of the day, but it's still like you just want to be referred to as a certain
Yeah,
thing.
you
Like,
call
I
the
worked
name,
my
what you
way
work for.
into this title.
Yep, exactly.
But
Like you were saying a doctor?
Yeah, like a doctor. You
it's
can't
like
call
calling the
by
doctor the
first
sick
name.
man, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, sick man.
Sick man. Yeah, that's me.
Exactly.
Hey, yeah.
What's up, sick man? You're like,
Yo, that
dude,
sounds
I got my
wild.
PhD, bro.
No, but yeah, that's essentially it. And it's like, so I'm gonna just break it down real quick.
Mhm.
Cameraman is someone that just holds a fucking camera. They're just there pressing record. They don't know what they're doing. It's a cameraman. Videographer is someone that knows how to work a camera. You know what I mean? Like they'll film like event shit and small stuff like that without any real art direction.
Mhm.
And then a director is someone that's putting together a film. Like you're putting together everything in the frame, the art, the colors. You're putting together some sort of vision and passion behind it. So that's really, it's pretty much, it's just levels. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Okay. First question I wanted to ask you, because I wanna center it around still musicians and how they should go about getting a video. So first things first, how do you book a video with someone like Viso?
First up, don't hit me saying, hey, bro, I need a video. Don't fucking do that.
Don't do
'Cause
that.
I have like 15 of those in my DMs. And it's just, yo, the same way you would conduct business with
Right.
anyone. You know what I mean? Let's say like
It's
you
the
need to
same
make an
thing.
appointment for the doctor or you need to make an appointment to go pick up laundry. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, hey, how are you doing? I'm looking for a music video or whatever. Like, what are the costs of your services?
The cost of your services, the date that you want to shoot, literally line it up as if you're booking an appointment for something.
That's
Yep.
it. Hey, man, my name's so-and-so. I'm looking to book a music video. I'm just wondering, what are your prices? What are your costs? Simple.
Maybe even links to your music.
That's it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the times I'll go and I'll click on an artist page and they don't know how to necessarily brand themselves.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's when you're dealing with a lot of artists at like beginning level stages. You know what I
Also,
mean?
you know what artists do a lot that kind of fucks them over? I was reading this blog the other day that was talking about it, and it's like artists do this like recluse thing, or like they do this thing where they're like trying to be anonymous. So they like post
Yeah.
like very cryptic shit. And it's
Yeah.
like, yo, you're trying to sell yourself to people, and if they can't understand who you are,
Figure out your brand or anything.
no
What's the
one's
point?
gonna buy into it, bro. Like you wouldn't go to the store and get some shit that's like blank ass fucking packaging and it has a question mark on it. You'd just be like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I might just buy it.
You would, I guess. But you also said before that Lil Wayne's rock album was the
Yo,
greatest
listen,
album ever. So
listen, that
Don't
album
justify
was
that
great.
statement.
It was great. Prom Queen. Listen to it again. Trust me.
that shit is terrible. All right, moving forward. So, all right, booking a video with someone like Viso, you just contact in a professional manner.
So like in my bio, I have my website up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can do a couple things. You can DM me, but just as like a little tidbit, most of the time, if you're reaching out to a director who's they're constantly working all the time, and they're booked most of the time. Like a lot of people are in the DMs. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of different business messages where I might, granted, that's on my end where I got to make sure I'm going through everything, but like a message might slip. So I have my website in the bio. You go to the website, you know what I mean? And a lot of times people be like, yo, can I see more of your work?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, if you did your research, like if you're willing to drop X amount of money on a music video, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure, you're looking to
you should have checked my
director and
website
everything.
already and see.
You have your whole reel on your website.
Yeah, I have all
Or
my
you
music
have a
videos
lot
for
of-
the most
yeah.
part. I have my reel. I have booking information there. I have my email. In my bio, I have my email. So there's a lot of just,
Are there videos that you?
I already know the answer. Yes. Yes. There are videos that I've
let me
shot.
ask the question. Let me ask the question just so people know what I'm talking about because we're on a different wavelength. But are there videos that you purposely hold back because the music is not good?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now don't take offense
Oh, word?
that I won't post up. Yeah.
Oh, like you want to post it on your page? Like you were still giving
I'm
the
good.
video and
Right. Oh,
everything.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Right,
It's a
right,
clean
that makes
business.
sense. Yeah.
It's
No, that
clean
makes
business
sense.
transaction. It's just like, this isn't something that I feel represents me, and not because that I didn't put my all into the video. It's because sometimes the
They probably
song's
put it on.
horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
have no budget, and it's
Right.
like, yo, I can only help you so much. And if you do a poor song, you know what I mean? Like you can have the most fire fucking video behind it,
Yeah.
but it's still not gonna hit the same way if the song's, you know, it's
That
some heat
goes with
shit.
it.
Look,
Yeah.
if someone that has any part in working on your record, whether it be the mixing engineer or the videographer, is posting it, that means that you're onto something because like, yo, I will not post records that I mixed that are fucking awful. I just won't
Yeah,
because
you
it
shouldn't.
doesn't speak. First off, it's hard as fuck to do something creative
Mm-hmm.
to something that's bad from the jump. Like, I don't know if you have that problem with videos. When you're shooting a video that the song is bad, do you have a harder time making it a good video?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's with anything because it's
Because you can't polish shit.
What
That's
am
why.
I can do something. It's gonna look dope. You're gonna
Yeah.
get a
Right,
fire product.
Right.
But yo, the song is just not hitting.
Right. Like I could
It's
I
like
could
it's-
do my best to mix a record that's bad, but at the end of the day, when it's bad, it's
It's
just
bad.
bad, man.
Can't do nothing about it.
I could make it sound clear as fuck. I could put nice reverb on it. I could do all these things, but if it's a bad song, no one's gonna listen to it anyway.
Mhm.
You know? So I guess for video, it would be the same concept, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Word.
So make sure your songs is good before you're trying to
Yeah,
cop a
man.
crazy
First off,
looking
if
video.
you're fucking shooting a video, you should make sure it's good from the jump.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, yo, if you're and also here's something that I'm just gonna go on that a lot of artists don't understand. Yo, you're dropping a lot of money on this music video. You know what I mean?
That was my next question. I was going to ask you.
You're dropping a nice chunk of change on the music video. So you're paying for the video. If you're doing everything correctly and you're going about it in the right steps to where you really want to like push this song and push this video, you're paying for a quality video. And then on top of that, you need to understand that that's just the rate for production. You know what I mean? Like you just have the director's fee and his production team. And then you have to understand there's budget for what's going into the video. And a lot of people don't understand how much some of that shit can
Yeah.
be. Like I shot a music video not too long ago that just dropped, and we needed plexiglass for it. Like, so the concept was like a life-size Barbie case.
Mhm.
And to get 8 pieces of plexiglass cut to those sizes was $500. You know what I mean? And that's just plexiglass, not including
For one day.
for one day.
For one day, one shoot, one use, right? 500.
Yeah.
I would have
yeah.
started sweating instantly.
And here's the thing is that's not even the cost of models. That's not the cost of renting the studio. That's not the cost of just think about like the wardrobe that either the artist is wearing or has to get for the models and like
Let
small
me
little stuff.
stop you real quick. Viso's a really humble guy, so he's not gonna like big himself up or talk his shit. But like when we brought him on, the whole purpose of bringing him on rather than bringing any video guy on or like any director on was for the purpose of this is an actual videographer that goes about booking models, goes about doing everything professionally. He's a professional director. Like versus your homie who has a camera and he knows how to edit a little bit. Like
Me.
you're right. Like Bailz is more of an amateur. You're more amateur when it comes to it. You do it more like I'm a self-sufficient
Yeah.
artist who does everything myself.
Mhm.
But like Viso himself is not, he's not that. He's more of someone who actually like, if you want the video shot with the fire in the background and fucking cars swerving and shit, this is the type of person you reach out to, and that's why you're paying the money that you're paying, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly.
Just wanted to clarify because I know
Yeah.
that Viso's not going to get on here and be like, I do this for real, and you guys are all phony.
I'm the
Like,
shit.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all talking about.
I just shot Method Man. That's it.
That was fire. I did see that. That was
super
very
fire.
fire. That was
So,
fire.
We have, that's the thing is there's, so it's funny because in the middle of the shoot, Meth goes, he's like, oh shit, you guys are professionals. You know, like he goes, oh, like this is for real.
That's
Because
beautiful,
sadly,
It was,
sadly
bro, it
in
was
hip hop,
so cool.
yeah, sadly in hip hop, there's a lot of unprofessional everything.
though. Business tactics
Like, yo,
everywhere.
there are people mixing records right now for $15 and they don't know what they're doing. So check this out. So
You gotta spend someone.
yeah.
So then when someone comes to me and they're forced to pay more money, they're thinking of it like, oh, I'm paying way too much as it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, bro. Like, you paid a person who doesn't know what they're doing that $15. You didn't pay someone who has expertise in this shit, has been doing this shit for 10 years. You didn't pay that person.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't put me and that person on the same level. Just like I would not put a director on the same level as like a kid who has a camera and shoots his friends' videos.
Yeah, it's a complete difference from looking at it like, okay, because I told you before, even with engineers, when it came to engineers, like I went to engineers before and they was like, they were charging me money and it's like, it wasn't worth it at all. And then I come to you and from the rates that you were providing, it was like, well, what was I doing before in the past? And, you know, before I would try to do it myself, same thing with videos. Like I see a lot of videographers like, yeah, $600 for the video for like 2 hours, 3 scenes, whatever the case may be. And then it was just like, I could pay $600 for that. But then it's like, it's probably not going to get that many views because I'm still up and coming. When I could just buy my own camera and just stand in front of it and rap and just see what happens from there.
Okay,
And
you made a good statement.
yeah.
Okay, based on views themselves,
Mhm.
would you recommend a young artist who has no fan base comes and gets a video from you?
So here's the thing. It depends on how you're rolling out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like what I would say is you need to have like a staple video. You know what I mean? Like everyone should have like one product that they're like genuinely proud. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
people
this
gravitate
is-
to.
Exactly. Like, yo, do like put some money together and like fund a full blown like music video project. So you have that like one piece at least in your portfolio. And then like, bro, I understand like it's not practical for everyone to be filming music videos 24/7. It's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
That's why a majority of like clients that I have that are like relatively frequent they have management behind them. They have like someone that's investing in them, or they're able to self-sufficiently fund all of their projects. You get so many different people. It's funny, but the biggest thing is if it's not practical is do that route. You know what I mean? Is start learning how to film and have some fun with it yourself, or like what me and Dig did. Like I started off with him. Like I just got a camera. I bought it. Like find one of your homies that's interested into getting film
Yeah.
into becoming a filmmaker and start, building from there. But the thing is, you got to understand when you're at that level, you're both at the very beginning stages. You're both coming up together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you can't expect the videos to be fucking
fire, super
Yeah,
fire, all
but
over
the
the
music
place.
wasn't fire. Like me and him at the time that we were starting to shoot music videos together, like his videos weren't up there and neither was my music. So it's like we were at the same point. Like, yo, build a structure with if it's your friend, it's your friend, but it could also be like a classmate who does video
Mm-hmm.
and you just build a team like that. Like I understand why people grab one of their friends and try to make them manager because they're trying to build a team.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's just that having someone that doesn't have any managerial experience
What's the point?
manage you isn't a good idea.
No.
Like that's not the same. Now, if they're taking business courses and they're learning the
going
ropes,
down the path.
that's fine.
Exactly.
Pick that guy. That's cool. But if you just picked your homie that's been your best friend since forever and he has no managerial experience, no business
He got a savings
etiquette,
account.
right? Like you can't pick that guy. But like
he
you
bought some
can.
Dogecoin.
Mhm. So like when me and Viso started, like Viso started as he wanted to make beats. That was his thing.
I was producing wild shit.
Produced by
He
Viso.
did, no, and he made some hard beats. I'm not gonna lie. Like he made a couple hard beats where I was pleasantly surprised,
Mhm.
right? And then he was like, beats aren't for me. I think I'm gonna pick up a camera and I'm gonna start shooting videos. At first, he was doing like photography a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and then he went the route of okay, I'm gonna start shooting videos. So we worked on videos together, and like as like a bigger brother to him, it's like a proud moment when you see him like leveling up. You know what I mean? Because I expected that shit because I always saw that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Viso, when we grew up in the same town. When he was younger, because of circumstances, he was forced to like almost like grow up quicker.
Mhm.
And I had the same circumstance where I
You
was
could build a
forced,
bond from that.
right? And I used to see him walking around town with like his little brother, and you know, he was like almost like a child dad almost. And when I would see that, part of me was like, I get him. So one day I see him at my friend's
this shit was
house.
So the way that we that we ended up becoming close was so funny.
I see him at my friend's house, and I just hit him. I was like, random as hell. He doesn't know me from anyone else. I just walked up to him. I was like, yo, if you ever need to get out of the house, just like take my number down and just hit me. Like I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like if anything is ever like up, just hit me up and I'll come by and I'll scoop you and you could kick it with us. You know what I mean? And from that point, we built a bond. And like, no matter what, anything that he needs from like a engineer standpoint, I always have him. Like anything that I need from a videographer standpoint, he'll always have my back because it was a stronger bond than just, oh, we're both creatives. Like it's a personal bond. Like and bro, I didn't know what Viso was gonna be, but I knew that whatever he was gonna be was something. You know what I mean? Because yo, when your upbringing is like that, when you're forced to grow up quicker, you have a different, you just have a different drive, bro. Like you just have a different drive. Like, bro, you know, my father has epilepsy, my brother has learning disabilities. So like, yeah, you're talking about like a 5-year-old who was forced to be like a grown-up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking out for my dad, making sure that he doesn't fucking nod off
the
like,
rails.
And my brother he's not capable of teaching me anything as an older brother. You know what I mean? So like so when it comes to like growing up and like attacking goals and shit, like I feel like I've been an adult my whole life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've had my phases where I was doing dumb kid shit, but like I still had a different outlook on life than the normal kid. You know what I mean? And he had the same shit. So it's like when he said he was going to pick up a camera, to bring it all back, when he said that he was going to pick up a camera, I knew that he's not the type of person to pick up a camera and then 2 weeks later be like, fuck this.
I'm not doing this no more.
You know what I mean? I knew he was going to continue with it because first off, I saw the passion in it. And then on top of that, I just know his personality. And I think that what a lot of artists get fucked up and a lot of creatives get fucked up is that they don't have that drive and they don't have that passion.
Yeah, it's part-time hustling.
It's clout. You just want the attention and you want at the end of the day, it comes down to like you want the attention from it. You know what I mean? Like as like we're artists, period. So like we want our work to be seen. We want, but when you're starting off, like you're seeing everyone on Instagram doing something crazy or at somewhere cool, and it's like, oh, I'm here because a celebrity's here or a musician's here, and it's all just like a fame game. So they're like, how can I get famous as quick as possible? Oh, they also think it's like a lottery ticket. You know what I mean? Like people don't genuinely love the craft. It's like, oh, I can be famous and I can get a quick lick and somehow one song will pop and now I have a record deal. And or one video hits and now I have 1 million views and now everyone's gonna want to see me. Or this camera could get me. Like they just see it as a gateway into somewhere opposed to like, yo, I genuinely
this is what I love to do.
Yeah.
This is what I love to do. It's my passion.
That's a good statement because to do anything of this like caliber and be good at it, you have to love this shit. I don't care. Like some people might get into music as like a gateway and then fall in love with it. But like there has to be love there to put yourself through the treachery of like the learning experience and the early sessions that aren't getting you paid a lot. And you know, like for him, he was doing internships. Like I interned at a label. He was doing internships. You know, for Nimi Hendrix and what's the name of
Secret Society Motion Pictures?
Okay. So Secret Society Motion Pictures has an internship program and he went and did that. And from that point, he leveled up. But like people have to understand, like he wasn't getting paid to do that shit.
So that's the biggest thing is like, so the internship program that we have, it's incredible. So shout out to Nimi Hendrix. He's like a well-established director in the game for a while now. It does a lot of industry shoots. I mean, I can list off a series of names of people that he constantly and is still working with. But he has this internship program, and like obviously it's great because you get free hands, free work on deck. But at the end of the day, it's the amount of time that we're also putting into the interns and like providing free game, and you're networking with people that you would never be networking with before because of the area that we're in. Like living in New Jersey, New York, the tri-state area
Like right in
is
the
so
middle.
huge. Like, yo, fucking half of Dipset lives a block away from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's just the area where you're constantly running into people, and this is where like you need to be. So the internship program that we have, and when I signed up with him, it was like, look, you're coming. The shoots are fucking grueling, bro. If you're doing like a music video shoot and it's not a even some like label shoots,
Mhm.
if it's a lower budget label shoot, you're not getting like the what you think it is. You know,
Yeah.
you're not necessarily gonna have everyone sitting there pampering you all day. Like, no, it's a lot of waiting time. Like, you gotta wait for the lights to be set up. You gotta lug the shit out yourself. You're breaking your back, you're sweating in different rooms. Like,
And sometimes you're the motherfucker that holds the light. Like everyone thinks
The
that they're
lightsaber
gonna do
guy.
the
Whoa.
internship and they're gonna be the main director and they're gonna be shooting the video. Like sometimes you're just the guy in the corner that holds the light. You know what I'm saying? Like people do internships for studios, and sometimes you're the guy that I turn around to Bailz, the artist, and I go, "Yo, you thirsty?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm thirsty." Yo, go down the street. Here's money and get waters for everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be that guy,
Yeah.
and yo, by being that guy, you learn shit on the go and you become a better engineer. But like people have to be willing to go through that process to even get to the point of making money. Like people in today's day are
Just want it quick.
not, it's like an arrogance. It's like, yo, kids today growing up, I guess because of social media and seeing everyone like flaunting money and shit, they think that if they're not getting paid, that it's not worth their while, or they think like, know your worth. And that goes back to, we've had those conversations,
Yeah.
the whole know
Mhm.
your worth thing. Like, yo, sometimes you are worth zero and you have to understand that. And an internship is something that will grow you in the business, but you have to be willing to put in the time and not get paid for it.
And understand
that's
what you're there for,
unfortunate.
because a lot of people probably there like, I'm not getting paid, I don't gotta pay attention. But it's like
Right.
you're around the
Yo.
people, you're networking. That's what matters in this industry at all.
that's the biggest thing. Is like quick like little story of like the first couple shoots I did with Nimi.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the first shoot I did was with this chick. Her name's Malibu Mitch. I forgot who she signed to.
I know who that
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
So we shot that. That was in the Bronx. It was a fucking cold winter day, bro.
Mhm.
It was like 5 degrees out.
I would
And
have quit.
so
And the
this
Bronx is just colder.
It's, yeah, it's just everything feels like 10 times more miserable in the Bronx.
Yeah.
You ever been on the Bronx
Yeah.
and like the ground is even like ashy. Like
Hey, yo.
it's got a coat of like everywhere is just what the fuck. So we link up. I drive over to his crib, and now there's 5 other interns, and we all fucking stockpile into his car. We're loading up all the equipment. We drive out to the Bronx. We get over there, and now we're waiting for her. But because she was in like a whatever space she was at, like we can only stay in there for a couple minutes just because it was
Mhm.
so cramped inside, and she had to get ready, and there was hair and makeup people. So we had to either wait in the car or wait outside. And then we had other people, like, the Bronx. So you can't really park anywhere.
Mhm.
We needed someone to fucking constantly drive around the block. So mind you, they're not really learning much film stuff right now.
Yeah, because they're driving
They're
around.
driving around. So we eventually stop, and now we're filming in the Bronx for like fucking the next 6 hours on the rooftop outside, freezing our asses off. And that was just like, it was cool because like you got to experience like what it really is to be on
be on a
set
set.
sometimes. And it's not glamorous, and you're not necessarily, like you said, directing the entire time, but it's the small little things. Yo, go to the store, get this, that, and the third. And you got to just understand, you need to observe.
Mhm.
Like a lot of times, like your learning is just observing and watching how. The biggest thing I did was like watching how Nimi handled the situation.
Mhm.
Like, how does he talk to the artist? How does he talk to the management? How does he communicate? And that's the biggest thing, is everything's communication. So like observing and communicating is 90% of the battle, and just being there and being consistent. So that was like the first shoot. That was like, it wasn't so bad. It was whatever. Second shoot was Al Bial and Fetty.
Oh.
This shit was fucking wild, bro. What? Oh my God. So I barely even knew Nimi again. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? This is the second time really being on set with him or even talking to him. And what I gotta say, shout out to Nimi, is like the amount of people that he has to communicate with
Mhm.
on a minute basis, and the way that, because he's constantly what he does too is like he produces, directs, like he does almost everything
Everything,
on his
yeah.
shoot. Like he has the budget to dish out, and he does bring on different producers and different people on, but he just likes to really oversee everything and make sure it's kind of all in place. And when you have an internship group of people, like you can dish out certain jobs.
Yeah, the job.
But he's really just constantly working on everything. So he's not answering me as soon as I pull up. I'm like, where the fuck am I going right now? I end up seeing one kid. We run inside. It's 5 PM. I ended up not getting back home until 5 AM the next day. And I had class at 8 AM.
Wow.
The entire shoot, bro, we were waiting for people. the cops ended up almost coming because there was almost a fight inside because people just got sloppy drunk during the shoot. It's
Mhm.
like it was just so many different situations where you're sitting there and you're not even really doing anything. You're just like, what the fuck am I doing?
And that's the part that, like, when it comes to, like, that's why I have, like, so much respect when it comes to, like, you know, being director, video talk, or anything. Because, like, dealing with so many people, and I tell Dig this all the time when it comes to working with artists, too. Dealing with that many people, it's really a hassle, and it's so annoying. And it's like, I couldn't do it.
It takes your fucking bro. There's a lot of time I'll be on set and like, yo, I suck at. Now I've become like horrible at my phone, like answering back. Like I'm just like, I need a second to fucking. I'm working right now, and then
Because
I
you're
gotta.
busy.
Yeah.
Bro, there's 8-hour gaps if I have sessions where I'm not gonna respond to text. And people might, I don't know if they get offended by that, but like I'm working.
I need a reset.
And my work is different than being at a cubicle job that you don't like. Like
Mhm.
you might be enamored by your phone at a job that you're not trying to be at because you're not trying to be there.
Yeah.
My job, I love my job. So I'm not focused on my phone. I'm focused on the screen and making sure that this music sounds great. And that requires my hearing, that requires my eyesight, and I can't focus on my phone. So like I don't know if people get offended, but when you do some shit that you actually love, like yo, if you're a basketball player and you're playing in the league, you're not on the bench on your phone, bro. You're focused.
You're focused on the game, paying attention to what's going on.
Right. You know, so and what you said before about being on set from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. and having class at 8 in the morning.
And you're not getting paid for being there at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Now, this made me think of when Diddy had an internship in Washington, D.C., and he lived in New York, and he would commute to his label internship with Clive Davis 5 hours every morning. And then
different.
people look at someone like Diddy and they go, I want to be like Diddy. Are you willing to commute 5
Yeah, 5
hours every
hours
fucking
in the
morning? Because if
morning,
you're not going to be
Be
like
Diddy.
that. Because this is the
Mhm.
thing, man. People that are really about this shit, they don't give up, man. Like there's no circumstance that makes them throw in the towel.
You just
And
gotta
that's
make
what
it
you got to
happen.
be like.
Just gotta make
And
it
a lot of
happen.
people don't have that in them. So a lot of the questions I ask artists, especially ones that I'm like close with or I've worked closely with in the past, is do you love the shit as much as you think you do? And a lot of artists, their quick answer, yeah, I do, man.
It's
I
my
really want to
passion.
do
I've
this
been doing
shit.
this shit forever.
I'm like, really? Because, you know, you've recorded 6 songs in the past year.
It don't seem like it.
So, bro, I'm an engineer. I put out 30 records last year. Why the fuck am I outworking you?
Yeah, that makes
Why
sense.
am I outworking you? Like, I understand I have access to the shit. I'm always here. But you're supposed to be an artist. That's your job. That's the only job. You're not engineering 100 records outside of your shit.
You just gotta be an artist, right?
Why am I outworking you? If this is your passion and this is your goal, like I don't even plan on being an artist. I do this shit for fun. Why is the guy who's doing this shit for fun doing better than you?
And within that, like, how many videos you think, or like, and like projects you think you kind of handled within a year?
That's a good question.
Before you answer that, because I think that the time's gonna run out for the video.
Okay.
Let's cut and we're gonna go to part 2, and that'll be the first question. So hold that question. Rapper's Guide, episode 13. We're signing out. This is Diggy Bailz.
Bailz Pagliacci.
Viso.
All right, we'll be right back, guys.